In the far north of the forgotten continent of Afazil, where the sun slept for short hours and awoke reluctantly, there stood a massive city called Mardian. The city was divided into two halves by a towering structure known as the Red Wall. To the east of the wall lived the noble folk, fair-skinned, blonde-haired people who claimed to be the pure descendants of the Great Spirit. To the west, behind the shadow of the wall, lived everyone else: the dark-skinned, the brown, the red, the narrow-eyed, the curly-haired. All were imprisoned in a land called the Ash District. The Ash District was a place of rot and ruin. No clean water, no schools, no medicine, no lights. The people who lived there were not treated as citizens, but as a burden, as background noise in a kingdom ruled by one color. It was forbidden to cross the Red Wall without a special pass, granted only to servants or laborers. In this prison of ash and sorrow, a boy named Omar was born, of the Sudanese people, a tribe of dark-skinned laborers condemned to the lowest rank in society. Omar grew up among the stench of garbage and disease. Yet something was different about him. He had a mind sharper than steel, a hunger for knowledge like fire, and a memory that never let go. He dreamed of becoming a writer, even though he had never seen a real book. One day, while sneaking into a work site near the wall, Omar found a scrap of paper. On it, someone had written, "All are born free, none are born stained." The words seared themselves into his soul. At 14, Omar began collecting stories of the people in the Ash District. He wrote them on scraps, on fabric, even on bones. It was as if he was trying to give the voiceless a voice. On the other side of the wall lived Ellen, a daughter of the noble class. But Ellen's heart was rebellious. She had never understood the hatred her father, a high military officer, instilled in her. One day, she saw strange markings through a crack in the red wall. She crawled closer and read Omar's words. "I do not seek to be king. I seek only to be seen as a man." The words struck her like lightning. Day after day, she returned to read more. She began writing back, slipping small letters through the crack. A secret friendship was born, unseen and unheard, but powerful. As the writing spread, the authorities grew suspicious. Patrols doubled. Raids began. One night, Omar's home was invaded, and he barely escaped through the sewage tunnels. For days, he vanished. During that time, Ellen was arrested for the letters and sentenced to exile or worse. But she did not waver. At her public hearing, she stood tall and declared, "If loving justice is treason, then let history remember me as a traitor." Uprisings began in scattered districts. People painted walls with Omar's words. "We are not ash. We are fire waiting to rise." Then came the night of the wall's fall. No one knew who lit the flames, but the red wall cracked and crumbled. Thousands surged forward, not to invade, but to breathe, to finally walk freely. Guards opened fire, but the flood could not be stopped. Omar, among the crowd, pushed through, seeking Ellen. He found her, bloodied and caged. Through bars she whispered, "I told you the fire would rise," and it has. With the help of sympathetic servants, Omar freed her in a daring escape. She was now a symbol, her survival, a spark of revolution. News of the wall's collapse spread across Afazil. The oppressed rose in every city. Leaders emerged, Hindus, Bedouins, Roma, and more, but all spoke of one name, Omar the Sudanese. He did not seek power. He only wished for dignity. In a mountain valley far from the ruins, he and the others founded the Valley of the Second Sun, a new home where no wall will be built again. But the nobles struck back. They launched the final cleansing war, sending 50,000 soldiers to crush the rebels.